Hey everyone, the name is Kris Barocsi. Welcome to Gear Corner. Today, we're checking out a pedal that is mind-blowing for at least two reasons. This is the Kailani Reverb by VTR Effects, and it's made in Brazil. I mean, that's really cool, but that's not one of the reasons. The first one is how this thing sounds like. Like, imagine the best possible reverbs you've ever heard. This is like right up there. Use headphones or proper monitors if you can when you watch this video. You'll hear the sounds, you'll know exactly what I mean. Ridiculous sound. And the second thing is how easy and fun it is to use it. Even though we're talking like top of the top kind of Verb+delay brands, you know which ones I mean? The Kailani Reverb is definitely comparable with those in terms of in-depth editing, complexity, capability, MIDI in and out, stereo, blah, blah, blah. Like, it does all of those things that you want from like a flagship kind of reverb, but you don't have to learn how to use it really. It's in 3 sentences, you can learn everything about it that you have to know, and then you just find your favorite sounds, save the presets, and go and get creative, which is exactly what a good pedal should do. I love this for that reason. And this is how it sounds like. This is going to be the intro track where I use 2 different presets that I made. The first one is the choppy, which is like a tremolo-esque kind of reverb. Really cool. That's what I use for the rhythm playing. And then the huge, which was the sound for my solo playing. And this is the Cathedral program. Make sure to slam the subscribe button, ring the bell, hit the like button and all those cool stuff if you like these videos. That really helps. YouTube is not very sort of helpful nowadays unless your audience interacts with you, writes comments, hits the like button, subscribes to the channel, etc. So that would help me a lot, of course. Thanks in advance, but only do it if you like these videos. Otherwise, you know, I don't want anything bad for you. Let's talk about the Kailani Reverb. This is a stereo pedal that does MIDI, has 99 presets, and is super clever, has 15 different reverb types, which is already like, okay. And it is the perfect ultimate reverb for pretty much everyone. That is not very typical. There are really just a handful, maybe 2 or 3 reverb pedals that I love for everything, that I would choose for traditional reverbs, modern reverbs, subtle stuff, crazy ambient stuff. It's a tough task to nail, to get everything right. Now this thing, first of all, obviously, as always, I tried the traditional ones. I tried the spring, the plate reverb. Oh my gosh, this sounds so good. Like every little detail about the reverb sound is just transparent, real, beautiful. Like if you use it in stereo, which is something that I do throughout most of this video, I will show it in mono because, you know, you need to know how it sounds in mono. But for the most part, this stereo image is perfect. Let's see the layout. It's really, really simple. This is the preset button. This is the bypass button. If you want to turn it on, you push it. And if you want to turn it off, push it again. But if you just want to turn it on temporarily, you just hold it and then let it go. And then it turns itself back off. And once it's on and you want to ramp up one of the knobs, which you can set in the menu, then you just hold it. And in this case, the decay just ramps up and ramps back down. The preset side is pretty simple. You can save up to 99 presets, but if you just want to use one knob, like you don't use MIDI, which it does, MIDI in, MIDI out. If you just want to use this one knob to go between the presets, it's kind of tricky. That's why they offer a way of keeping it simple. I'll explain that in a second, but first let's talk about these knobs up here. This is an endless knob that you can turn as much as you want to the right or to the left, and it just goes between the reverb types unless you push it, because then you enter the menu. But let's not go there yet. Then you see these little writings on the top. Those are gonna be the air, decay, focus, and mix for this reverb type. If you go to another one, the expand, then this is going to be the expand, the decay, voice, and mix. Then if you go to the room reverb, then this is going to be the depth, decay, speed of the modulation, and mix. You can see it on the screen how that ramps up and ramps down, and you see exactly where your knobs were left. And this is especially interesting if you have presets going. Super easy to use the pedal. That's pretty much all you have to know if you just want to go through the sounds. If you want to go deeper into editing your sound, you can push the mode knob. This is not just a knob, it's also a button. If you go in there, you'll have a high cut, low cut, attenuation, and back option, which you can choose, of course, and adjust. If you want to go into the global settings, you push the same button, just longer. And then you enter the global setting where you can choose the type of bypass, if you want true bypass or tails. You can change the MIDI channels. You can kill your right or left dry signal. You have your preset settings where you can change the Q. For example, the limit of how many presets you cycle through. Because if you just push the preset knob once, or foot switch, then you go up, like go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can change the Q limit, like how far it should go up. I, for example, only have 3 presets. I don't want it to go through number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, where there's nothing saved. I only want 3 presets, so I've saved my Q limit to 3, which means that after I reach the 3rd preset, I press it once more, it goes back to the beginning, which is clever. If you just want to go downwards, you can of course double press and it goes down and again. But if I don't want to double press, I can just cycle through, because as soon as I reach the 3rd one and push it once more, it goes back to the main sort of editing mode, and then it starts again from preset number 1. If you want to save more, of course, you can use more, and then you can just double press to go down or simple press to go up between those presets. But I'm not that preset kind of person, so even if I use presets, it's just gonna be 2 or 3 at max. and that is just a very cool, simple way of using it without having to connect a MIDI controller. And still, it's not confusing. It's not, you know, it's not something that you mess up on stage. It's really simple. Then the ramp, you can change the speed of the ramp up and ramp down, and also the parameter that you want this ramp knob or bypass switch to ramp up or ramp down, the C, the sky, or the decay knob. These three can be set up to be ramped up or ramped down. It has a USB-C port for updates, and that's it. That's the crazy thing. It does so much, and it inspires in so many ways and nails, to me at least, almost every single possible reverb sound without being overly complicated. This is exactly how I like clever pedals, like, you know, DSP powered digital pedals. Make it fun to use it. That just always impresses me because it's not easy to do it. It's not easy to nail that. And VTR Effects really did. I love the form factor as well. It's like wide enough to comfortably use two foot switches. They're not too close to each other, but still the pedal is barely wider than like a Boss style pedal, which means that it doesn't cover, you know, a lot of ground on your pedal board, which is a really good size as well. And just a few knobs, a small screen that offers the right amount of infos. I really appreciate Italo and the whole VTR team reaching out to me actually last year already, but I was really full with other stuff and I asked for some time until I check out the Kailani, and it was finally time for it. I'm so glad they sent this over and allowed me to try it out. Amazing pedal. If you're from the US or any of the Americas, like South, North, whichever, you're good, I think, because they do have a distribution, so you can get it straight from them. You'll find a link in the description, of course. If you're from any other place on this world, Europe or anywhere else, contact them and ask them how you can get one. The thing is, these are not budget pedals, but man, the price is totally justified and fair and much cheaper than a lot of like the competition. Just saying. Contact them and ask them how it's best for you to order one. And of course, there might be some customs like tax coming on top of the price because of the import thingy, whatever. But as far as I know, they're working on some sort of a distribution for Europe as well, which would be much appreciated for folks like me sitting here in the middle of Germany and of course other European countries. So yeah. Kailani Reverb, everyone. Definitely check this thing out. It's amazing. And have fun, I don't know, surfing YouTube or whatever your plan is for the next few minutes. Thanks for watching, and I'll meet you down there in the comments. See you in another video, most probably next week or whenever you choose to join in. Bye-bye.